today for the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices. Dear ladies and gentlemen, you are opening this video looking at the title saying, Chris, this is clickbait, you are crazy. I am telling you, I promise you, this is not clickbait. I watched this video before you judge until the very end. I have some things to share with you. I want to show you one chart which rules them all. Show me the charts, I will tell you the news. The whole video, you watch the whole video and keep this quote in the back of your head. Show me the charts, I will tell you the news. This chart, I think, is going to predict the news. It's going to predict what we can expect for this year, 2025, for Bitcoin and crypto and the whole markets. I'm talking about stocks as well. Please, guys, watch this video until the very end. And I just made this one share, like and share, dear ladies and gentlemen. I made this one post here on Twitter just a few minutes ago. 2025, the biggest crash in history. I make this prediction in front of the banking district. I am here right now in Singapore, and ironically enough, I am in front of the banking district. You can see this beautiful view here with the Marina Bay Sands. Really like Singapore, but there's a reason why I went here to record this video. I want to go back in 1 year, look back and say, wow, that video was it. And I had a few of those in the last few years, in the last 8 years actually, basically, since I started. And I said, we will experience the biggest crash in history this year. I am about to record a video to show all the evidence and proof as to why we will experience an apocalyptic event this year. But, and this is very important, guys, do not worry. With that comes a huge opportunity. I do want to talk about that opportunity in that video as well. I want to show you not only my trades, what I will do with my Bitcoin and crypto trades in regards to what I am expecting for this year. How we can actually take advantage, as horrible as it sounds, because what I am predicting here will come with a lot of suffering in the world, and I am personally saddened by that. No matter how many profits we can make from it. I almost hate it, but making profits from that will not increase the suffering, decrease the suffering in the world. I want to talk about all of that. Let's get straight into it. And if you will get any value of that video, you don't have to do it right now, but if you see along the video or towards the end, hey, that gave me incredible value, that gave me good value, I would truly appreciate. I'm not pushing anything, no sponsorship, no affiliate, nothing. If this video gives you any value, like, share, and of course join the family by pressing subscribe and pressing the bell button. That will help me. And if we are getting a lot of likes on that video, I promise you I will go to the barber. Let's go straight into the content and let's talk about this. Remember, show me the charts, I will tell you the news. This chart predicted the news in the last 27 years. Listen, guys, this chart exactly predicted every single economic downfall and uprise in the last 27 years. Let me explain. This chart, and guys, I studied economics. I was a taxi driver on the weekend. Within the week, I studied economics in Germany, and I was the best of my class in South Africa, actually. I studied in Germany, I went to South Africa, then I started my master's actually at an kind of elite university next to my hometown, which then I found Bitcoin and I broke up, right? And I even had a central banker, a professor, which was an ex-central banker teaching me. And that was the reason why I found Bitcoin, why I found the value in Bitcoin. That ex-central banker hated that system, right? So I will soon release like almost 2-hour video with my whole story, but that will come soon. Let's talk about this. You can see the federal funds effective rate. We have in 16 hours approximately the FOMC meeting coming, which it's a short-term one. It might be a harbinger of what's to come, but it's not really the most important thing. Let's look at this. Show me the charts, I will tell you the news. The blue line is the federal funds effective rate. I will talk about that. And the gray vertical areas, they are the crashes we've been seeing in the last 27 years. We had one on the bottom, you can see it on the left-hand side, the first vertical line is the dot-com crash. Then the second one in 2008 is the real estate bubble, right? Then the third one, the very tiny one, it should be way bigger than that, was the 2020 if there's a little bit of wind noise. Pandemic crash, right? I don't want to say the word. 2020. So we had 3 crashes in the last 27 years. But the most interesting thing is you need to understand the mechanics of Keynesian economics if you're looking at this chart. Whenever the blue line is going up, we have quantitative tightening, the interest rate going up. That is the tool of the Federal Reserve and of the European Central Bank to actually control the money supply indirectly. Whenever the interest rate goes up, indirectly M2 money supply going down. Whenever the interest rate going down, that is called quantitative easing. The money supply M2 indirectly actually going up because lending gets cheaper, and then we can see through the banking, through the secondary market, M2 money supply going up, supporting the market. So in expectation of an economic crash, because after every boom there is a bust. That is a rule of nature. You cannot neglect that. After every boom there is a bust. As a rule of nature, whenever we have a boom, then we see in the Keynesian economics, the central banks increasing the interest rate, doing quantitative tightening to prepare what's inevitably to come afterwards, which is a crash. We saw that in 2001, the crash, the interest rate significantly going up, and then the first red circle, when the dot-com bubble collapsed, the central bank had room to decrease the interest rate, therefore to increase the M2 money supply and support the markets and the prices, not really the economy long term, but the prices for the time to come. They could prevent what is inevitable still to come, the huge crash, to get even worse. Then 2005, 6, 7, we saw a huge boom again. And we saw, of course, the real estate market completely exploding and borderline criminal activities with rating agencies, with banks, and with completely reckless giving out credits back then, and then they bundled these credits and sold these credits and gave these credits to the poor people and to the not knowing investors, and then the whole system crumbled down, of course, on the back of the people, and the banks got bailed out in 2008. And what happened? Of course, Keynesian economics, we had high interest rates, and the Federal Reserve and the central bank, they had actually room to decrease that interest rate towards the downside, to increase the M2 money supply to the upside, and to prevent what is inevitable to come. But we saw the crash, but we could prevent that apocalyptic downfall by decreasing the interest rates to almost zero. They stayed there for ages until 2017 or something, and then they increased again. Show me the charts, I will tell you the news. Whenever the interest rate is going up and we see the boom, we know the bust has to come. In 2020, it was coming a little bit earlier than it should maybe, but it came. And it came with that pandemic. And what happened afterwards, you can see interest rate going up, and then we had some room to decrease them for the first time to very zero, even to a negative. The chart even doesn't show negative. And of course, that prevented the worst to come. We stayed at close to zero for 2 years or so. And then from 2022, 2023, 2024, we saw the prices increasing drastically. We saw a boom, and we saw the interest rate going all the way up to 5-point-something%. Now, in the year of 2025, we see for the first time since ages, the interest rate declining. We had the boom. Tell me, guys, looking at this chart, what is the news? What is the news if you look at the chart? I can tell you, you already know it if you watched that video. The news is the following. We had the boom. We had a huge interest increase. We had quantitative tightening. Now we have the beginning of quantitative easing coming. The quantitative easing happens just before the crash happens. Every single time. Do not tell me this time it's different. It's never different. It's never different. The law of nature is not changing. This is how monetary energy works. Not only that, I studied it 10 years ago. No, I studied it 10 years ago for 5 years, and I studied it within the last 10 years. I'm not doing anything else in my free time besides eating and going to the gym and doing the sauna and ice bath. I am telling you, this interest decline is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of quantitative easing, which is the beginning of preventing for the inevitable to come. After the boom, the bust comes. After the pump, the dump comes. After the boom, the crash comes. And this is what I am expecting now to come. Not only for Bitcoin, not only for crypto, especially for the whole economy. Listen until the end. With every single pain comes a big opportunity. And I do expect still, maybe that's my bullish heart, I do expect still Q1 to be quite bullish and positive. We have the Trump administration. But I do expect, latest from Q2 2025, the crash to approach, the crash to come. And how can we prepare for that? Bitcoin was created 2008 and actually started 2009 as a result of the banking system showing its first weaknesses publicly and almost collapsing publicly. Bitcoin was designed for that. And my plan is just, since ever I discovered Bitcoin in the beginning of 2017, 8 years ago, when I started with this channel, with my whole purpose to actually educate people about that. My whole plan and my whole purpose is just to get as many Bitcoin as possible. Whatever I do, including buying altcoins, is just to get more Bitcoins. And I don't care if short term this might crash the Bitcoin price. Long term it will increase the purchasing power, because Bitcoin is the safe haven. Bitcoin was created for that. And I will stay in Bitcoin. I will deleverage my portfolio. I take profits from my trading portfolio and from altcoins into Bitcoin within the next few weeks. But I will stay in Bitcoin. And I still think that holding Bitcoin and accumulating Bitcoin is the best way to preserve your purchasing power and to prepare yourself what is inevitable to come in the year 2025. Bitcoin is the answer. The crash is going to come. If it comes to Bitcoin, it's going to be short term. Long term, staying in Bitcoin is, in my opinion, the exact right thing to do. Share this video with your friends. Please, guys, spread the word. This was a special one, I know. And I hope you liked that video. Share the video with your friends. Press subscribe, press the bell, and join the MM Crypto family. We are going to see each other very soon at the next of MM Crypto. As always, guys, as always, bye.